told me it could be.
Well,
It could.
well, I told him he could be the father.
Right. I could be.
Oh, could.
Mr. Hunter arrives in court carrying a question that has been weighing on him for months. Since baby Josiah was born, he has done everything a father is expected to do. He has bought diapers, formula, clothes, and countless other necessities. He has shown up consistently and accepted responsibility without hesitation. Yet beneath all of that commitment is a growing fear. He worries that he may not actually be Josiah's biological father and that his reliability is the very reason he has remained involved. What troubles him most is not the financial burden, but the possibility that he has been building his life around a child who may not be his.
Why you feel that way, sir?
Because I take care of him financially. I do everything. Buy him diapers, milk, I buy clothes. Everything a father has to do to take care of a child, I do it.
So you pretty much stepped up as a father.
Yes, ma'am.
As testimony begins, the story quickly becomes complicated. Ms. Holden explains that the events leading to Josiah's conception happened during a birthday celebration where both she and Mr. Hunter had been drinking. What should be a simple timeline immediately becomes confusing.
I invited him over, and he came over,
Yeah, but
and one thing led to another.
That night we didn't sleep together.
Mr. Hunter initially denies that anything happened between them that night before later changing his account. Judge Lake notices the contradiction right away. If the two people at the center of the story cannot agree on what occurred, then uncertainty becomes impossible to ignore. The foundation of the paternity question suddenly appears far less stable than anyone expected.
Yes, we did, Your Honor.
Okay, so on the birthday night, you said you did have sex, and Mr. Hunter, you say you did not.
Yeah, we did that night.
The uncertainty deepens when another man enters the discussion. Mr. Hunter already knew that Miss Holden had been involved with someone else during the same period. Under questioning, she confirms that relationship was physical and admits they were not using protection.
I knew she had another friend.
So you knew she had another friend?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was this a friend you were having sex with, Miss Holden?
Yes, Your Honor.
That revelation changes the entire case. What had previously sounded like suspicion now seems far more reasonable. The existence of another possible father is no longer hypothetical. It becomes a genuine factor that must be considered before anyone can determine who truly belongs in Josiah's life.
Were you using protection with that friend?
No, Your Honor.
One particular detail catches Judge Lake's attention. Miss Holden admits that she never told Mr. Hunter he was definitely the father. Instead, she said he could be the father. To many people, that might sound like a small distinction. In court, however, the difference is enormous. The word could suggests uncertainty and leaves room for another possibility.
You told me it could be.
Well,
It could.
well, I told him he could be the father.
Right. I could be.
Oh, could.
For Mr. Hunter, who has experienced paternity issues before, that uncertainty became impossible to ignore. The moment he heard that word, doubts began forming that never completely disappeared.
In this courtroom, could is an action word because that means there could possibly be another father.
Then comes a revelation that changes the atmosphere in the courtroom. When Josiah's birth certificate is presented, Mr. Hunter discovers his name is not listed as the father. Instead, another man's name appears on the document. The revelation hits hard because Mr. Hunter was present during the birth. He drove Miss Holden to the hospital and supported her throughout the process.
Miss Holden,
No, Your Honor.
did anybody bring a copy of that birth
I
certificate?
have evidence.
I'd like to see that. Jerome, hand me that evidence, please.
Despite all of that, another man was legally recognized as the father. The contradiction leaves everyone questioning how such a decision was made if Miss Holden truly believed Mr. Hunter was Josiah's dad.
This is Josiah's birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hunter, is that your last name under?
No, ma'am.
Miss Holden attempts to explain her reasoning by discussing the medical information she received during her pregnancy. According to her, doctors provided different due dates at different stages. One estimate suggested Mr. Hunter was most likely the father, while a later calculation pointed toward the other man. The timing was incredibly close.
Miss Holden, why would you name your son after someone else if your boyfriend is standing right there?
Because I had 2 different dates from the doctor. I have the evidence to prove.
Separated by only a few days. Faced with conflicting information, she made a decision she believed was correct at the time. While her explanation offers context, it does little to erase the confusion and emotional strain created by months of uncertainty.
Oh, you brought some evidence? Let me see
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Jerome, hand me that evidence.
May I explain to you?
Yes, please explain to me,
Yeah.
Miss Holden.
The situation becomes even more complicated when another important detail emerges. Josiah was born several weeks early. Miss Holden explains that after taking the premature birth into account, she revisited the timeline and began believing Mr. Hunter was actually the father. The problem was that by then, the birth certificate had already been completed with another man's name.
But Josiah was born the
July
22nd of
Yes, he was born 3 weeks early. So that made me to believe that.
What followed was a series of shifting conclusions and mixed messages. Whether her changing beliefs were sincere or mistaken, the constant uncertainty left Mr. Hunter struggling to understand where he truly stood.
Answer.
Oh, then you went flip back and thought it
Yes.
was Mr. Hunter's baby.
Yes.
But you had already put the other guy's name on
Yes,
the birth
Your-
certificate.
Yes, Your Honor.
As the hearing continues, Mr. Hunter speaks about the relationship he has developed with Josiah. His voice reveals the emotional weight of the situation. This is no longer a single question of biology. Boy has become part of his life. He has cared for him, supported him, and watched him grow. Hearing Josiah call him Dada created a bond that cannot be measured through paperwork or DNA.
And you're starting to form a bond?
Yeah. I mean, he recently just started calling me Dada, so,
That's a beautiful thing when you hear a child say that. And they always say dad first.
But despite that connection, the unanswered question remains. Every moment of affection is shadowed by the possibility that the truth may tell a different story.
They do. They do. And I see the tear in your eyes because it's a beautiful thing, right?
Courtroom gains new perspective when Miss Holden shares part of her own past. She reveals that she grew up without a father and understands firsthand the pain that absence can create. The experience left a lasting mark on her life, and she fears the same thing happening to her son.
How did it affect you growing up without a father?
It affected me emotionally because I was into sports.
She admits that part of her anxiety comes from worrying that if Mr. Hunter learns he is not the biological father, he might walk away forever. The confession does not excuse the confusion, but it helps explain some of the decisions that brought everyone into court.
And I didn't have a father figure there to support me. And now I have a little boy that might be a football, anything.
Judge Lake then asks an important question. If another man is listed on the birth certificate, where is he now? Miss Holden's answer is simple and troubling. She says she does not know where he is and believes he has little interest in being involved. The contrast is impossible to miss. The man legally identified as the father is absent.
And the real truth is, Mr. Hunter, we hear a lot of cases. This is what we do each and every day. And given the circumstances and the set of facts you've put forth today,
While the man questioning paternity has been present from the beginning, Judge Lake acknowledges that the narrow conception window makes the uncertainty understandable. Given the circumstances, Mr. Hunter's desire for answers seems completely justified.
you do have a right to be confused. Like I said, a 3-day window is a tight window.
Finally, moment arrived. The DNA results are revealed and the answer is definitive. Mr. Hunter is not Josiah's biological father. The disappointment on his face is immediate because this outcome affects far more than a legal question. He has already invested his heart in the child. Yet what happens next surprises everyone.
Mr. Hunter, you are not the father. So very sorry.
Sorry.
Rather than walking away, he makes prompt. He says he intends to remain part of Josiah's life despite the results. In a courtroom filled with confusion, mistakes, and heartbreak, his decision stands out as an extraordinary act of love and commitment.
Mr. Hunter, I can see that hurt, and that's not the news I wanted to deliver today.
I'ma still be in his life.